Good morning and welcome to another day of LSAT prep with me, your humble host, Tony. We are prepping for the August 14th through 17th, 2021 LSAT, and we are using LSAT Max's course to get ready for that test. I have here on the screen kind of the review facilities that are available on LSAT Max. And so what we'll go through today a little bit is my review process, and then I think I've discussed that before, but I'll kind of highlight it again here today. And we will talk about what I'll do tomorrow. So first off, review. I did a prep test last Thursday, and as I've mentioned before, the system keeps glitching out on me. So for instance, you can see I go from, let's move this over here. Session 1 here, well, you can see that one's the first one at 10:50, and then 12:15 and 12:45. So this, I wonder why that's not 35 minutes between there. I wonder how that worked out. Anyhow, this session would be the first session I took, and so I was able to complete the first two parts of the test, and then there was the break, and the system somehow glitches during the break. I don't know why, but then anyway, so that's what's up here. I was able to get through, what's this? Is that the reading comp? Yeah. So I was able to get through this review of logical reasoning section, well, the first logical reasoning section, and then the first reading comp section. I think I actually only reviewed the first two reading comp sessions, or the first two reading comp passages and the questions, because then at that time I had a reading comprehension office hours that came up on the LSAT Max's website in their office hours here. So I went ahead and did that. I think that was helpful. The thing that I got from it was what the teacher called active reading. So instead of just sort of reading the passage and hoping that it gets in, he does something called active reading, where he reads the passage. Let me just see if I can get over here to a passage. This would be, let's see. So I'm just going to use this as an example. Active reading would be like, if we're reading this, the coach of a women's track team must determine which of the 4 of 5 runners who are ST and U will run in 4 races of an upcoming track meet. And then you would stop and you would say, all right, so what's going on here is we have a track team and 5 runners, and there's 4 racers out of the 5. So we have an in and out game. Okay, so that's kind of active reading, where you would not just read the sentence and then keep going and hope to conceptualize it, but as you're reading, you're kind of speaking out loud. And another tool that I got from a different tutor on LSAT Max was to summarize paragraphs. So if you've got, usually 4 paragraphs, sometimes 3 in your passage, and you would read the first paragraph, and then you would summarize that paragraph with 1 sentence, and do that for each paragraph. If you do that, then you get a pretty good idea of the main point of the passage if you can just look at those 3, and that helps inform your decision making on on questions. So the big thing for me is that I only really make it through 3 passages, so I need to pick it up speed wise. But first of all, if I go to speed, my accuracy is really low on reading comp. I'm 48%, but if you look at my let's say first 15 questions, I'm not sure why I jumped there. Oh, I know why, because I had a game that I had a passage that had more questions in it. So what I did is I said, all right, we have I can't remember exactly how many questions were in each of those passages, but we had, let's say, 5 questions in the first passage, 6 in the second passage, 8 in the third passage, and then I think that would be 4. Let's see, that would be 5 and 6 is 11, 19. So you'd have 7 in the last one, 7 or so. So what you would do is you would apparently, according to the tutor yesterday, you would always always do the first passage, because generally that's going to be the easiest one. So always do the first one. And then when you're looking at your next 3, pick the one that has the most questions. Obviously, you want to, if in my case, you want to get more bang for your buck. So the first game was 6 questions, or the first passage was 6 questions. I did okay on that. Second one did okay, and then I kind of fell apart here. So it was that last passage that got me, and then I only got 1 out of my guesses here on this last section, the last passage that I guessed on, just 1 question out of those. So that's reading comp. That's where I'm at on reading comp. And let's see. The way I review those is I just read the passage again and reattempt. It's kind of like a blind review process. Whereas with logical reasoning, I go in and I look at the question I got wrong. I view it on here, which is a different section, but I'll view it here. I'll try to read it, and you can see that the answer choice that I chose originally is highlighted there, so that helps me a little bit in my blind review. So it's not a real blind review, but it's somewhat helpful. So I go through and I try to guess, and usually I get the answer right. It's probably helped by the fact that my answer choice that I chose incorrectly was probably one of the 2 really probable answers. But that's how I go through that review process, and then I write it down in a Word document. And my 2 questions are, here's my document that I use. That was reading comp, and here's my logical reasoning. And you can see oftentimes I'll use this verbiage here. Answer choice E is a horrible answer choice because, and then I'll tell why, and then I'll go in to, let's see, where's the other one? Okay, here we go. And this shows how answer choice A is the perfect answer. So basically, the idea is in order to conceptualize why, or to conceptualize the question and the answer choices, you say why the answer choice you chose was horribly wrong. So not like, oh, it was kind of wrong. It was horribly wrong. That helps you really get a grasp of why you were tricked, and what it was that got you, and why that's a horrible mistake, and why you should never make it again. If you verbalize that for me, if I verbalize that for myself, it's been helpful. And so then I say why the correct answer choice is the perfect answer choice. So that's the 2 things. Why your answer choice was a horrible, horrendous, dumb answer choice, and why the correct answer choice was the totally, absolutely perfect and pristine, ready to walk into the gates of heaven answer choice kind of thing. Okay, so that's my review process on those. Next thing I'm going to do today is, or I'm sorry, that's what I did yesterday. So I only got through part of the test. I reviewed 3 of the 4 sections. I did not do the final logical reasoning section. I did part of the logic games section. That's where I'm hoping to make some gains. So I don't know that was a really good use of time, but I ran out of time, and I'm here. Wife's away helping her mom, and my son is here alone without his brother. So I didn't feel right about just being in here in my office all day and leaving him to wander around by himself. And we had some fun, threw some football around and basketball and did some stuff. Anyhow, and so I didn't get all the way through my review. I would have liked to, but time marches on, right? So I got to keep going here. Let's see. So we have just a few weeks left until the test itself, about 5 weeks. I am going to begin now on a schedule of doing 2 prep tests per week. So let's see, this is not what I did, but this says 3. I'll probably do 2 this week. This is, yeah, 15. So I'll do 2 this week, and then I'll start doing 3, 3, 3. I just don't think that I'll have time to do 3 this week unless I did one on Saturday, which maybe I could. We'll just have to see. So it may be that I have to shoot my review process somewhat. Maybe start focusing a little more on just the logic games and reading comp sections. I think that if we look at the conversion chart here to look at my score, I'm shooting for that, high 160s if I can get it. I'm gonna move myself way out of the way here. So if I want to get into the mid or high 160s, I need to be at like 82 to 90 out of 100. That's a lot of questions I got to make up. So that's like 20 questions that I got to make up. And so right now I'm at like a 73% on logical reasoning. And so if I match that up on my logic games and logic and reading comp, then that's where my score would be. So that is just not going to work for me. So I gotta increase my logical reasoning, and I have to increase games and reading comp to get way up there. So anyway, long road to go. As I say, this week we switched to 2 tests this week and then 3 tests the following week. We're into practice and review now, no more lessons. There's a few more little lessons that I may look at. The writing section, I'll definitely look at them at some point, but right now my main focus is increase my score. So thank you for watching, and if you have any comments or anything you'd like me to cover that I'm not covering here on LSAT Max, please let me know in the comments, and please like the video. I really appreciate you watching, and as I say before, this video is for you, to help you on your LSAT progress and to help you on your journey. It's for me to help me on my journey as I verbalize what I'm doing, and it's for those in the future that are going to watch this video. So I know that I've been really helped by people who have been willing to put their journey out there. So that's what I'm doing here. All right, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks, Christy LSAT. See you tomorrow.